Hey, what's cooking, all you guys out there?
Yeah,
Do you
baby.
ever hear about podcasts? Because we got one, and it's called The Ultimate United Givers of Themes.
Bonanza.
The podcast.
For the ultimate United gives and themes, and we're also known as TUUGOF. We're gonna talk about the movies that we rewrote all the themes for. We're watching some movies and complaining about things, cause we want our themes in these damn movies. But we don't think Hollywood has the damn guts to deal with how real our themes are. We don't think the themes from all these movies, cause the most are good enough and we could do a better job. So we rewrote the themes and now they're better themes. And now this is a podcast where you listen to us talk about our themes. Okay, here we go, let's podcast.
Here we go, let's podcast. Let's check out this song. It's called A Serious Man, and it is the theme for the movie entitled A Serious Man. This theme was actually, this part right here was written all the way back in 1998. Here we go.
I'm a very serious man.
Yeah, he is.
Seeing Marshak is my plan.
That's the plan.
And if I can't get to him,
Oh, man.
oh man, you better believe the metaculous. The metaculous works. I fucked my wife good. There was in fact whoopsie-doopsie.
There was, in fact, whoopsie-doopsie.
I'm a serious man.
Oh, yeah, they're not talking about whoopsie-doopsie here.
You know
But there was whoopsie-doopsie.
Yeah.
to be a serious man.
Songs don't have enough breakdowns in them anymore. You know?
Yeah.
Or
I mean,
maybe
every
they
now
do.
and- Maybe they do, but
I guess I don't-
I'm not going to look it up.
I'm not going to listen to some new songs to find out. Mere surmiser.
Yeah.
I did not want Santana Praxis. I did not order Santana Praxis. I was in a terrible car accident.
All right, yeah, so that is
Man, oh, man.
the first 2/3 of the theme, the correct theme for A Serious Man. I don't know who did the music for the movie by the Coen Brothers, A Serious Man.
I think it was Carter.
Burwell.
Carter, yeah.
I mean,
it might have been T-Bone, but I think it was
I mean,
Carter.
hey, those guys are pretty good at writing half themes.
Hey,
you know?
T-Bone's good at producing things.
Yeah, I guess
sure.
so, yeah.
And he's really good at wearing sunglasses indoors, I'll tell you that much.
Is now, you know what's funny? You know how you think people are people that they aren't sometimes? Like you think
Sure,
people are.
sure,
I always
sure.
now I think they have similar looks. But do you remember that old bass player on Saturday Night Live? That the real Scottish-looking guy who played
like Malachi
who
looking
played
guy?
bass above his head.
Yeah,
like it was
like
so.
he'd play
yeah,
it all. Yeah, he'd play it high and tight.
That's when someone says T-Bone Burnett. That's who pops into my head.
Okay, yeah,
But
he
they-
doesn't. Yeah, no, he's more.
But does he dress like that?
No, he's probably more akin to like imagine. I don't know if T-Born Burnett is Southern, but imagine like a Southern Nick Lowe. I think that's more like a younger like he's kind of got more of like a Nick Lowe kind of vibe.
He looks like Nick Lowe, or his music sounds like Nick Lowe? 'Cause
I don't
Nick
know.
Lowe's pretty good.
I don't know. I think Bonett's music. I don't know if I've ever listened to his music. I imagine it's rootsy.
Yeah, probably real rootsy. Probably talks about T-Bone.
I just watched a movie that he's in because last week I watched there was a doc that came out after Oh Brother about like the concert where they do all the tunes, and it's like Emmylou Harris
Yeah.
and all that whole crew, and T-Barn Bonett is he's in that because he's producing the show.
Right, but he's not really in it.
I mean, he's in the movie.
Yeah, but he just
He's
that's
not
just
really
CGI.
like, in it, he's not like in it.
They CGI'd him because if he was producing it, how could he be in it? Because
So you want to hear some funny trivia?
yeah, about A Serious Man. The
Yeah,
movie?
about A Serious Man, the motion picture. Now, for some stupid reason, I can't remember Richard Kind's character's name. Uncle Hashem hasn't given me shit.
Yeah, he wrote the Mentaculous. We all know that.
Yeah, but so later today, after we record this cast, we're gonna go lay down some tracks in the town of Yardley, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Guess where Richard Kind is from?
Well, based on all the context clues you just gave me, he is from the movie A Serious Man, starring Richard Kind.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, he's from Yardley, though?
He's from I
okay.
heard him on a podcast, and he was. Mark Maron's like, so where are you from? Where'd you grow up? Yardley, Pennsylvania, Pennsbury High School, and that's where my kids go to school.
Ah, yeah.
They're going to Richard Kind University.
So someday there will be some kind of function where alumni go, back to the school for some kind of function.
Sure.
And then Richard Kind will definitely be there. So everybody just keep your eyes out for any function that's happening at Pennsbury High School.
Yeah, I'll be dropping the kids off, and I'll be like, oh, hey, hey. Oh, geez, I just
you
banged
whammed
the
that
fucking
fucking
thing. But I'll be like, oh, hey, Richard Kind. Yeah, I thought you went to school here. How you doing? How have things been? Things have been pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Yep, exactly.
Hashem hasn't given me shit, though.
Hashem hasn't given me shit.
He's real good friends with George Clooney. He used to be his roommate.
Now, I don't understand anything about religion, but sometimes people have a different idea of who this God person is.
Right.
Sometimes he's Hashem. Sometimes he's God. And then there's the people who believe in this guy Jeebus, and he is son's God.
He's God, but he's not all of God, or he is, but there's also more God.
God is made up. Okay, in Christian
Jesusism.
In Christian Jesusism, here's how it works. God is split up into three people.
Right.
One part God, one part Jesus, and one part a ghost.
Yeah.
Now, the reason for Christianity is everyone's trying to figure out what is the deal with this ghost.
And they probably, since I imagine if you're God, you can see all of time at once.
Yeah,
and they were
it's a flat
probably
circle.
they probably listened to A Ghost Is Born and were like, oh, we should have a ghost.
Yeah, but Ghost is Born didn't come out till 2005, and we all know, based on Jesus's religion, the Earth started when he was
In
born.
zero.
Yeah. When he was born, that's when it started. Nothing before that counted. That's why there weren't any Wilco records before then.
Yeah, but how did they build that fucking barn that he was born in if they weren't existing yet? See, that's
a wizard.
That's why I'm not a theologian. I don't have
man.
the answers to these questions.
Theologians, man, they don't know nothing about my soul.
they don't.
You're like, come on, man.
Yeah, I'm like,
I'm an ocean. You didn't know that, theologian.
when I hear that song,
I'm all emotion.
when I hear that song playing, I like to sing. I like to think about the movie Lost Highway that we'll talk about one of these days.
Yep.
And but I like to sing. Oh, what the heck? Did you?
That was just
Is
a
that-
glitch.
Okay,
That was just a glitch.
Is that box still in this room?
Oh, yeah, right over there.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway.
Don't worry about it for another 10 minutes or so.
Okay. I won't. Yeah, I won't. So what I was saying is, I like to sing. Robert Loggia, he sure knows acting. And so
Because he
forth.
is good. Yeah. You know what's interesting? I was thinking about Robert Loggia recently, and I was thinking he doesn't know acting. I was thinking all he knows is yelling.
Ooh, I mean, Lost Highway, he's pretty good. He's pretty good as Big's mentor.
Yeah, he is pretty good as Big's mentor, and he plays Fish La Mana on The Sopranos, but that's just yelling too.
Yeah.
I guess here's the thing: when Lost Highway came out, and we're going to talk about A Serious Man any moment now.
Sure,
But when Lost
any
Highway came out, that was it's my least favorite Lynch movie. Having said that, I really love it, but it's my least favorite Lynch movie.
See, it might be my favorite.
But especially Robert Loggia's character in that, I'm like, oh, come on. We're still doing angry gangster guys. Come on.
Well, sure, but I don't know.
But,
I watched,
did you-
I watched a little bit
I
of
don't
Twin
know.
Peaks last night, and they have that too.
Yeah,
I know.
know.
That guy
yeah.
Ray is
Yeah,
such a scumbag.
You know what it was? It's the scene.
Don't say that when he drives a car into the guy, because I think that's the best.
when he yells at the guy
Yeah.
about how he should drive.
Yeah.
To me, that was it seemed like all of a sudden Tarantino was directing the movie to me, who I also
sure,
like.
I can see that. I can
It
see
seemed
that.
to me like Lynch was pandering to a Tarantino audience, which was the style at the time.
Sure. And Bob Loggia probably had some wild oats to sow, because if you recall, he was in the running to play Frank Booth in Blue Velvet, and in his words, when he didn't get the part, he was madder than a junkyard dog.
Shit, yeah.
He really wanted to play Frank Booth.
Yeah, so maybe then when they made Lost Highway, Lynch was like, okay, just getting mad about that thing.
Just play Frank Booth, Robert.
That makes sense. It makes sense, yeah. And also, you know, there are certain things that kind of seep into the zeitgeist of of pop culture.
Sure
but I
thing.
always the whole thing of Lost Highway, and maybe it was out of Lynch's control. Maybe it was some guy with money going like, "Hey, put some shitty music in this," because I think there's a lot of shitty. I think there is.
I think it fits though.
I think it's
I think it
90%
fits
great
big time.
music. But and even though I've grown to like kind of appreciate Rammstein lately,
Sure.
that and like the Marilyn Manson music, I'm just
Yeah,
like,
see,
but
I don't know. I
but
like
I guess
all of
I
it.
guess
I
it
do.
fits.
I like.
Yeah.
Oh, and I love the Barry Adams stuff.
Yeah, the Barry
and,
Adams and
oh, man, when that-
it is really one of the best music soundtracks of all time.
It really is. I think that's what we were getting at.
But there are like, I guess what I'm saying is it just any other person who directed that movie, it would be top notch to the max.
Sure.
But for me, and I was saying the same thing about, I watched Benjamin Buttons yesterday, and I was like, that's an amazing movie,
yeah.
but it's disappointing to me as a David Fincher movie.
I get it.
And that's how I feel about Lost Highway. I fucking love it. Don't get me wrong.
I
but,
do get
but,
it.
But I'm like, I wish like I would have directed that instead of David Lynch, because then everyone would be saying I'm awesome. And,
Sure,
you
sure.
know,
I mean, I don't think I see it the same way, but I get it. But speaking of music and movies, I'm just gonna segue back so we can talk about The Serious Man.
Yes.
So like they tried to throw in a lot of solid tunes to cover up not having a great theme.
There
Like,
are
they're
some
like, you know
great
what?
tunes,
Let's
yeah.
throw in some Jefferson Helicopter. Let's throw in some Santana Mathematics.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called? I didn't order
Abraxas.
Santana Mathematics.
Yeah.
Yes.
Abraxas.
Abacus.
Yeah. That's it's like a sundial, basically. An abacus.
Oh wait, okay. What's an Abraxas then? That's like a calculator.
Yeah, it's like a calculator.
It's
made
like a
out
calculator
of wood and
made
strings.
out of just little
Like
little
rocks and strings.
Like kids, if you want to do math, just get some rocks.
just get some strings, kids.
I do have to. I don't really know what the Mentaculus does. Is that for betting? Is it a betting system?
It's a book that has a lot of numbers in it, and it answers. You know how smart people say like
They say words like Mentaculus.
yeah, and they say like everything is made up of out of numbers, like ones and
sure.
zeros.
Yeah, it's all
So,
binary.
yeah,
Non-binary. I don't know.
basically that is a book with a bunch of numbers in it that just helps you like get through a problem if you're having one. And it's kind of like a fix all, I think.
Okay.
And
it's like
for
a
betting.
It's like a Da Vinci Code
For
I
betting.
assume. I
For
never saw it.
betting-
For betting on.
for betting on cards.
Yeah, I assume. I assume he's also the kind of guy who might bet on ponies.
Yeah,
maybe
I could
baseball.
I could see him going like, going to bet on the ponies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like, I got $50 on the Dodgers.
Yeah, but he also he gets caught fucking some dudes, which was definitely frowned upon at the time. Like
Sure.
people weren't, and now we're just like, hey man, you want to fuck dudes,
Fuck
man.
whoever you want,
But
or
back
don't.
But back then, if you fucked a dude, then the cops would bring you home and try to embarrass you in front of everybody, just like a cop, huh? Am I talking the right stuff?
And I don't know. I don't know enough of my history, but I'm going to assume, at least in many parts of America, it was illegal.
Oh yeah, probably yeah, because. People like to make good stuff illegal. Fucking is good.
People like to make laws that are bad for people
Yeah,
sometimes.
yeah.
A lot of times.
I mean, here's what people don't understand, the regular people. Now, I've studied some law in my time. This is a fact.
I know a guy who went to law school, Eli.
So sometimes the public is just gotta fucking shut the hell up for a little bit and let us do mean things to them through the law. For their own good, for our better good.
Listen, if you want things to be good for us, we're going to have to do some bad things to you and make it the law that we do it.
You wouldn't understand how these are good for you, but they're good for us.
So therefore, it's sto facto.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of trickle-down economics? This basically works how that worked for the last 30 years.
Yeah,
You
works,
get treated
okay?
bad. It helps us get good feeling about treating you bad, and then we all prosper. And by we all, I mean those of us who count.
And if there's something that you don't think is working out, you know what you do? You send it to committee.
Yeah,
And
and
then
if the
it's like,
committee
hey,
doesn't figure it out, then you
listen,
put on A Serious Man
we tried to
and
send
you
it to
watch that
committee.
part. You know what part I'm talking about. Oh, did you touch the... Touch
Am I supposed to not touch the box?
Touch it a few more times and that might make it fudge!
This feels weird.
Oh, it's getting close,
You're touching
Daddy.
the fucking box now, buddy. Rock and roll, baby. Man,
That was such hard rock.
you know what's great is touching a fucking box, and you're just
I-
like, whoa.
I mean, it's like the guys, these idiots touch the box and then we appear. And it just happens because of, you know about the Forps from that Star Wars? It's the Forps.
Sometimes you got to do a Star Wars, and if you ever saw a movie, and we do because we have a podcast
about
watching
movies.
the movies. So if you see a Star Wars, they say use the forts, and we did. And you know, even though those guys are our best friends and we
Yeah.
are their favorite,
We like 'em.
band,
We like 'em.
We had to use the forts with a box.
Hey, Jeff.
Hey, Wally.
Do you know anything? Have you even heard of this movie called A Serious Guy? It's by the Copenhagen brothers.
I like this movie a lot because there's this one kid, and this kid is like he thinks everybody else is a fucker.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, kid, you can come to the Wamblers concert tonight.
Exactly. I mean,
for
like,
$50.
this movie was good when that kid was calling people fuckers, but then it got stupid a lot of times, except for one time you saw some ladies' boobs, and that was good. And then another time you saw this guy hooking a thing on his neck that just sucks a bunch of neck out of his neck, and you're like, hey, you idiot, you're not gonna have no neck left.
I like the part where the mom wants to do whoopsie dupsie because I do that.
Oh,
That's like a
man.
thing I do.
I wonder how much of it she does because
Like-
that guy Cy Abel, man. I mean, I don't like to fat shame people, but he's a fat guy, so you know he does good whoopsie dupsie.
I like the part when he wants to count to 5 because I can do that too.
Yeah,
Don't
it's-
even worry about
It's
it.
so important. He thinks a lot of things are really important, and you know that's a thing that fat guys do.
So this movie is about kids that are fuckers. It's about looking at a parking lot,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's about letting it breathe because it's cool. Don't
It's
worry
so
about it.
important. And I never knew that drinks breathed before, so I guess that's why we drink them, and then they go into our lungs because that's where you breathe from.
Like your lungs are just like one of like Mother Goof's creatures, you know. Like, and so is like a thing that you drink. So don't even worry about it.
Yeah, but wait a minute. What did you just say?
I said a thing that you drink. Don't worry about it.
Why the fuck shouldn't I worry about it?
Listen, here's one thing I've learned from watching all of the movies with my podcast.
Yeah.
Whatever you're gonna do, it's cool. Don't fucking
Okay, well
worry
then
about
I'm
it.
putting out my own record and I quit the Wamblers. Is that cool?
Wait, what the fuck did you just say?
I said I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I have news for you. I'm getting ready to release the next Wamblers record.
No way, am I on it?
Yep.
Oh man, that's gonna be a good record.
I quit too, and I have to go to court.
You ever seen that cereal Quip?
Hey,
It's got
kids,
this guy on it.
they probably owe us some money for that. Hey kids, do quip.
Yeah. I mean, I wonder what this movie would be like because it's about juice people, and the juice people are a good people, and but sometimes bad stuff happened to them, and then they move to this is what the Coben brothers grew up like, with juice.
Yeah, and with Santana, which I guess is a kind of like drink that breathes.
Well, no, he says it's Santana attacks us. So, I mean, but I don't know why he would attack us because he's got that good song about let's forget about it.
Yeah, he really likes to rock and fucking roll.
But you know
am
what's
I
weird
right?
about Santana? It's like he doesn't even know who the singer of his band is. It's like, you got too many singers, man.
Fella, it's your band. We're not gonna have Morky Dorky sing a song.
Yeah, and but oh man, like give me a break and make it real, and let's forget about it. That song is really good, and I guess that's a Wambler song now. I like it.
I think it's fair. I mean, give me a break and make it real. Am I right?
Those guys are about to yummy when I hurt myself, because I hurt myself a lot now, and I figure if I say yummy, maybe that'll make hurt myself more pleasurable.
Yeah, maybe you'll like associate it with good feelings, but you know what? We talked about this I think last time, but if this keeps happening,
Right.
maybe we should think about putting that box in another room. At least while we're recording. If this keeps happening.
Well, let's try to remember that. Let's do our best.
Yeah, let's make a
mental
a
note.
mental note, and maybe even a physical note.
I mean, we're pretty mentally able. I don't know if a physical note
you know
is
a thing
really
that
called for.
You know a thing that I don't do in my life? Like I think I'm just against it. Taking physical notes about stuff. I
Yeah.
don't write down a note, and if I do, like when I don't really have meetings anymore, but when I used to have meetings, sometimes I'd try to take notes, and then I'd look at them like the next day, and it would just say like 300
Yeah.
February, you know, and like I don't know what that meant.
Here's something that I have learned to do in life. When there's a situation that calls for taking notes,
Don't
skip it,
Yeah,
man. Fucking ditch it.
Skip show.
Like, I mean, we were having a meeting at my virtual meeting because I'm still working from home at my job the other day, and like I've realized over the last 6 months that it's one of those. It's like, yes, this is yet another institution that I work for where nobody really knows what's going on, and everything changes every couple of days. And a lot of it's out of.
I think nobody knows anywhere.
So I figure if I am going to be expected to care and like take notes, then I should get extra money for that. Like,
Sure,
I mean,
sure.
like you got me with the money you're giving me. You have 8 hours of me doing the bare minimum. Anything extra, more money.
You know what's funny? Like some of the topics that you just covered, kind of thematically. And this is theme in terms of not music, but also in terms of the music.
Yeah.
You kind of hit the nail on the head thematically as to what a serious man is really about.
Exactly.
Like
Fuck you, pay me.
You know, it's about fuck you, pay me. it's got I don't know if it's nihilism that it's got. It's
got
kinda,
nihilism.
It's kind of got a hey man, none of it matters kind of thing.
Well,
You're
yeah.
all gonna get hit by a fucking tornado
Yeah.
anyway.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I agree with. I mean, I'm not a nihilist like in life because in my regular life,
Yeah,
I don't. A fuck.
I don't.
But like, I just don't think
like, per se.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think a job is something that should be taken seriously.
Sure.
Like, I mean, serious enough to do a good job.
Yeah, I
but, like,
figured. Yeah, it depends on your job.
Yeah.
Maybe you got the kind of job where it's like this is the job. Like if your
that's
job
that-
was making themes, it's like you take that, and it sort of is.
Yeah,
you take that
yeah,
job
I just don't get
seriously.
paid for it. But yeah. I mean, that's the thing. It's like, and if taking jobs like your 8 hour a day, 9 to 5, whatever, if that's your steez, man, then you steez the fuck
steez
on.
on.
But it's like it shouldn't
Look at
be
the fucking
it,
parking
it
lot.
really shouldn't be like forced upon it to make that be everyone's steez.
Sure.
I mean, like.
Hey.
My steez is a different steez.
Hey,
steez.
maybe I don't want to steez up the ladder here.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm fine at this steez
Yeah.
of the fucking steez. There's this iced tea that I really like, and the brand is called Steez.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah,
anytime I look at it, I think of like some frat dude whose name is the Steez.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
the Steez.
The steez has
Bro,
arrived.
I mixed iced tea with lemonade. I'm the fucking Steez.
And then I put in some lemonade vodka. It rules. It owns,
that
brah.
stuff fucking pones.
Yeah. Yeah, but man, it's like I don't know. Like life is if this pandemic has taught us anything, it's like life is short, life is fragile. I mean, it was before.
Yeah, no, it's
it
the
was,
same length.
It was before, you know. But it's just like, man, like I'm
Remember
not
when
going to
life
give a
wasn't
fuck
fragile?
about it. Like I'm not going to give a fuck about a job. I'm just not.
Hey, yeah, fuck it.
I mean, I'm not going to have. No, I am going to half-ass it all the time. If I was paid better, if I was getting paid twice what I get paid, I would whole-ass it. But you get what you pay for.
Yeah.
and,
Hey, you know, hey, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
you waiting for Hashem to give you shit?
I know. You know,
know?
I mean, Hashem doesn't give a shit, man.
You know what,
It hasn't given me shit.
So we're not. I don't think we've gotten to. No, we're not, because he's at the first rabbi right now.
Yeah.
The young kid who wants him to look at the parking lot. my might be my favorite scene is the second rabbi who like tells him the story about the dentist.
Yeah, yeah.
And is like, can Sussman sleep? Sussman can't sleep. That scene, I love that sequence.
That is so good,
much.
yeah. And that's a real good it's interesting. Like James Hendricks has been like so overplayed in movies and in our lifetime that to me it's kind of like, I don't need no Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah, ain't never been a fan.
But
No
it's
offense.
so good. I mean, it really is, and so groundbreaking.
Sure.
And I believe that's a James Hendricks song that's playing during that whole tooth scene.
I believe you're correct.
And hey man, that song fucking pounds.
Well, I feel the same way about Jeff Starship, where
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
it's just never been my band,
yeah.
but like I can't deny it's Somebody to Love is it's a classic tune.
Hey man, that song rips and rolls, and it gets the rolling rocker out in me. I'll tell you that much.
They're kind of that jam where it's like it's too cliched to get like if I hear White Rabbit, I'm just like. Except in this movie, it kind of works, not as a theme.
Yeah, that's right. They do use it in this movie.
Don't they?
Probably.
I think
they talk about Jefferson's airplane a lot.
And I think it might be in the most cliched way, but I think they might play White Rabbit when Larry gets baked with a neighbor.
When he gets baked on dope.
Yeah, when he's
man.
I'm going to go smoke some fucking dope with this neighbor.
And he goes from straight-laced suburban dad to hardcore addicted big time doper immediately, because that's what dope does to you, man. It sinks its claws in, and you are now a doper for life. You sick.
We rolled this
doper.
fucking dope up into a cigarette, and we're gonna light it on fire and smoke it. It is gonna fuck up your life. And it does
your life
every time.
And then he never gets to see how you could just see his life fall apart after that. He never gets to, spoiler alert, never gets to see.
He basically summons a tornado.
Yeah, he never gets to see Marshak, the rabbi that he's trying to see.
Yeah.
And I know we bounced around a lot in this movie, but you guys know Marshak. You know who I'm talking about.
And if you don't, just watch it. Here's the things you need to know about A Serious Man. Fagel is a fucker.
Yeah.
It's very important to let it breathe.
The Mentaculous works.
Yeah, the Mentaculous works. If I had the answers, Hashem hasn't told me. You get it.
F Troop comes on like a lot.
Yeah, which
but also the reception's bad.
Never ever seen an episode of F Troop or F Troop as I call it.
Yeah, I mean it's a show. It's about a troop, and I think. I mean, this is a little risque for the early '60s, but I'm pretty sure it stands for fuck troop. Yeah.
It was this. Okay, so it was this special section. What do they call groups of people in the army? Sections.
Corporals?
It was a section of the army. Yeah. It was a special unit, and they were the ones who like to fuck. I'd love to see the pitch for that. So it's like Hogan's Heroes, except these guys like to fuck.
And
call it Fuck Troop.
Well, I don't know if that's gonna fly. Can we shorten it to FUCK Troop?
How about just F Troop?
Of Troop. Yeah, very good, very good. A beloved sex comedy for Troop. I'm pretty sure. I think I'm pretty sure it's
F Troop was like the Skin Deep of the 70s.
It was like the Porkies of the 60s.
Oh yeah, is this late 60s or
this is definitely the 60s. Look at them. That ain't no 70s.
Well, yeah,
Santana Abraxas.
They're probably wearing I don't know when
think
Santana Abraxas came out.
We're not going to look it up,
well,
but I'm going to say
definitely not going to look
67 or 68.
All right.
No way, 70s, man. Look at the suits. You know what's funny?
They might not be wearing up-to-date fashion.
You know, but you know what's funny? Like, and I guess this is done on purpose, but like, if you would show me any suit and be like, what decade is that from?
Sure.
With very few exceptions, I'd be like, fuck if I know.
Sure.
And I think an 80s suit you might be able to pick out pretty easy. But like this suit, this is like what, 1920 this movie takes place in, and this suit could easily be worn by somebody in like 1968. No problem.
What am I, Pierre Cardin?
Or even today. I mean, hey, fashion needs to change.
Yeah, but sometimes you also gotta go back to your roots with it. You know?
Yeah. I guess there are a lot of roots in fashion.
Yeah, you gotta. Sometimes you gotta go into your roots, do fashion. Larry's seeing his lawyer. Because his wife wants a get.
A get is a ceremonial Jewish divorce.
Yeah.
No
And-
joke there.
Yeah, that's
what it is.
That's just what it is. You don't need to look that one up. I mean, you can look it up if you want more information.
But I wonder what you say if you're like going to get a get.
Can
Can we get a get here?
you probably say, "Can I have a get?"
Have a get.
And I think that's how you acquire one.
Yeah,
you
by-
just go,
by
you
having
just go
one.
there and you go there.
Yeah.
And say, "Can I have a get?"
There's some
and
things-
they give you a get.
There are some things that you can't get. You have to have them.
Right.
But doesn't having imply that you already have it?
See, these are the kinds of questions that this movie ponders.
And Hashem makes you ask questions of yourself, which is a good thing. And it also doesn't, Hashem doesn't get in your face like some other religions. And I'm not going to mention any names, but
Yeah.
some other religions are like all in your
Some of
face.
them are really in your face.
And Hashem is just like, hey man, you either have me or you get me.
I mean, that Dybbuk scene gets pretty in your face with Five-ish Finkel.
Yeah, but it's only in your face if you're watching the scene.
That's a good point.
You can just leave.
You do make
if you
some
don't,
excellent
if you
points
don't
here.
want it in your face, just leave.
So, so to recap, some religions get in your face. Others, if they get in your face, just leave because they don't get in your face.
And others just get out of here.
Just leave.
Yeah, like if you're anybody who's like gonna be like that, get out of here.
So I think we.
Yeah, I think we summed it up.
We've summed it up
We-
pretty well.
And actually, you know what's funny? Usually the themes that we write for these, you know, they have a different vibe than the movie. And I thought that's what I did in this theme, but then I forgot how fucking psychedelic this movie
Yeah,
is.
it's got some of the similar-
the theme
some
is
same
kind
vibes.
of so basically
Accept the mystery.
Accept the mystery, and hey, no, you know,
Mere
now
surmisor.
Ethan Cohen, I know you hate movies now, but if you ever need any themes for your plays, you want to cheese your brother off and cheese off to Bone Burnett, call me up, Ethan. I do plays.
Yeah, we'll.
I do 'em.
Play.
We'll
Jesus.
play. I mean, just press play. Or just push play, as Aerosmith once famously said.
That was famous.
The most well-known Aerosmith phrase. Just push play. Okay, folks, this has been the Ultimate United Givers of Themes, the podcast. You can go to TUUGOF.com, TUUGOF.com. The F stands for themes. And you know, check us out on you know, all the places where you stream music and you stream podcasts and you know, the social media and all that stuff. We'll see you next week
Yeah, have a good day, friends.
for possibly one of my favorites, The Man Who Was Not There. So see ya.
Bye.